Hi there and welcome to Juicy Celeb Talks. Jennifer Lopez, often recognized for her high-profile relationships, has been a constant topic of media speculation. Recently, rumors have swirled that her relationship with Ben Affleck might be on the rocks. These whispers come shortly after the release of her documentary, The Best Love Story Never Told, in which she couldn't stop gushing about Ben being her true love. However, the timing seems almost ironic, considering her history of relationships and the frequent media attention surrounding her love life. For those who have followed Jennifer's romantic history, this might feel like déjà vu. It seems that with each new relationship, she's convinced she's found the one. This has led to a series of high-profile relationships and subsequent breakups, each more scrutinized than the last. The drama surrounding her love life is nothing new, and now her first ex-husband, Ojani Noa, has re-entered the scene with some juicy revelations. According to Ojani, the only person Jennifer truly loves is herself, and he even predicted that her rekindled romance with Ben Affleck wouldn't last. His words seem to be gaining weight as rumors of a possible split intensify. An old video featuring Jennifer Lopez and Ojani Noa has resurfaced, causing quite a stir. The footage is far from flattering for J-Lo, casting her in a rather negative light. In the video, Ojani appears visibly uncomfortable, hinting at a side of Jennifer that the public rarely sees. He even admitted that he was genuinely afraid of her, suggesting that there is more to the story than meets the eye. If Ojani was scared, one could only imagine what might be going on in Ben's mind, possibly leading him to contemplate an exit strategy. Jennifer Lopez has always been a magnet for attention, especially when it comes to her relationships. Known as the queen of headline-grabbing romances, her love life has kept the tabloids buzzing for years. With rumors of a potential split from Ben Affleck making the rounds, it's the perfect time to take a trip down memory lane and explore her past relationships, revealing what her exes have disclosed. Buckle up, because J-Lo's romantic history is a wild ride filled with drama, passion, and some serious revelations. Let's rewind to 1997, a pivotal year for Jennifer, as she was still basking in the glow of her breakout role in Selena. That same year, she walked down the aisle with her first husband, Cuban actor and producer Ojani Noa. However, their marriage was short-lived, lasting only 11 months. The story of how Ojani, a Cuban immigrant who arrived in the U.S. on a 6-foot inflatable dinghy at the age of 15, ended up marrying one of the world's biggest stars is the stuff of Hollywood fairy tales. But after their 1998 divorce, the fairy tale unraveled, leaving Ojani to grapple with a whole new reality. But Ojani wasn't about to fade into the background quietly. Far from it. He had plans to release a tell-all book about his time with Jennifer Lopez. He witnessed firsthand how Hollywood transformed her from Jen to J-Lo, a major business pulling in millions of dollars. She was surrounded by new people, all eager to make money off of her. Ojani recalled how he would call, only to be told by an assistant that she wasn't available. Naturally, Jennifer wasn't having any of it and quickly took legal action, suing Ojani to prevent him from airing her dirty laundry, effectively ending his publishing dreams. But here's where things get even more interesting. Ojani claimed that their marriage fell apart because of Jennifer's blossoming relationship with Sean P. Diddy Combs while she was still married to him. In a tell-all interview with the Daily Mail, Ojani revealed that when he confronted Jen about her relationship with Diddy, she brushed it off as business and something she was being told to do. But let's be real, who would buy that excuse? His jealousy was clearly justified, as J-Lo and Diddy soon went public with their romance, leaving Ojani in the dust. Jennifer's relationships have always been closely watched by the public, and her marriage to Ojani was no exception. However, it wasn't long before she moved on to the next chapter of her love life. In 2001, she found herself smitten with Judd, a backup dancer she met on the set of her Love Don't Cost a Thing music video. Their chemistry was undeniable, and before the year ended, they were married. But like her previous relationships, this one also fizzled out quickly, with Jennifer filing for divorce less than a year later. Chris later hinted that Jennifer wasn't exactly committed to making their marriage work, telling Us Weekly that marriage requires effort and dedication, something J-Lo seemed to lack. As Jennifer's fame continued to rise, so did the pressures of maintaining a private life. Chris recalled how their relationship was far from private, describing their wedding as a circus. The media frenzy surrounding their marriage was so intense that they had to rent the airspace above their venue to keep it secure. Despite his efforts, Jennifer seemed more focused on her next chapter, and on to the next chapter she went right into the arms of Marc Anthony. Although they had a brief fling in the late 90s, things got serious between Jennifer and Marc after her split from Chris. Marc soon became husband number 3, and together they welcomed twins, Max and Emmy. But even the joy of parenthood couldn't keep their marriage from unraveling. From her brief union with Ojani to her highly publicized relationship with Diddy and her tumultuous marriage to Marc, J-Lo's love life has been anything but smooth.
And if the rumors about her and Ben Affleck are true, it seems history might just be repeating itself. When Jennifer and Marc Anthony tied the knot in June 2004, the timing couldn't have been more eyebrow-raising. Marc had literally just finalized his divorce from his first wife, Dayanara Torres, with whom he shares 2 children. Naturally, the rumor mill started churning, speculating that J-Lo might have played the role of the homewrecker in this scenario. But let's be honest, if anyone's got a history of complicated love affairs, it's Marc. Considering he has 7 children with 3 different women, talk about a full house. Fast forward to July 2011, and J-Lo and Marc called it quits, announcing their separation with a statement to E! News. Now, you'd think after 3 divorces and with 2 little ones to care for, J-Lo might hit pause on the dating scene, right? Well, think again. Our girl, J-Lo, just can't seem to stay single for long. Less than 3 months after her split from Marc was made public, she was already back in the headlines in November 2011, flaunting her new romance with backup dancer Casper Smart, who, by the way, is a whole 18 years younger than her. Casper later opened up about their relationship to Ola magazine, saying, "I was 23 or 24, she was 18 years older, so she was around 42 years old with 2 kids. But at the time, everything just clicked. We spent every day together for a year." The two met while working on the music video for Dance Again, and their whirlwind romance played out very publicly for about 2.5 years. But the plot thickens when J-Lo's path crosses with that of former New York Yankee star Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod later gushed that meeting Jennifer was the luckiest day of his life, and it wasn't long before J-Lo broke things off with Casper and went public with her new beau, Alex, in 2017. Their romance seemed like something out of a fairy tale, complete with a $1 million diamond ring, when A-Rod popped the question during a grand Bahamian vacation around 2 years later.
But despite the bling and the big commitment, the wedding kept getting pushed back, with the couple blaming the delays on the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the pandemic wasn't the only thing interfering with their happily ever after. By April 2021, it was game over for J-Rod, and guess who J-Lo was spotted with that very same month? Yep, none other than her past love interest, Ben Affleck. When rumors started flying about Bennifer 2.0, J-Lo didn't waste a second scrubbing a rod from her Instagram, like he was just a bad memory. This is where J-Lo's PR machine kicked into high gear, subtly suggesting that a rod might have cheated and that he was still hung up on her, refusing to let go. One insider spilled to the media that J-Lo told Alex that Ben was her everything now, but a rod just couldn't get the message. The irony is that when J-Lo and a rod got engaged in 2019, she was out there proclaiming him as her forever partner and soulmate. Sound familiar? It seems J-Lo has a knack for recycling those grand declarations. A source close to J-Lo even told people back then they are incredible together. Especially soulmates that bring out the best in each other and are so supportive of one another. From the very start, they moved quickly, their relationship was always very passionate. Jennifer quickly fell very hard for Alex, and she quickly started planning for the future. But as we've seen in J-Lo's world, forever has a pretty flexible definition. We all know J-Lo has this habit of dumping relationships faster than you can say a rod, and the latest proof of that came when she swapped out her soulmate Alex Rodriguez for her ex Ben Affleck like it was yesterday's news. Talk about a plot twist. A rod was reportedly blindsided by J-Lo's quick rebound. Imagine going from planning a future with someone to seeing them back with a past love interest. Sources close to a rod revealed he was shocked and blindsided by Jennifer's decision to rekindle things with Ben Affleck. Apparently, one day they were all about each other, planning a future together, and the next, she was rekindling old flames. A rod was supposedly stunned that she would move on so quickly. The news hit him hard, especially since just a few weeks earlier, they were still in contact and trying to work things out. In the end, the breakup wasn't just hard on Alex but also on his daughters, Natasha and Ella, who had grown close to Jennifer over the years. The quick switch-up left a rod with a lot to process, not just for himself but for his family. It was a classic J-Lo move, keeping the media on its toes, leaving a trail of broken hearts in her wake, and ensuring that her love life remains as headline-worthy as ever. Just when it seemed like Jennifer had finally found her fairy tale ending with Alex, her decision to rekindle things with Ben sent shockwaves through the media and her circle of friends. It was as if she flipped the script overnight, leaving everyone including a rod scrambling to catch up. As always, J-Lo's love life continues to be a roller coaster ride, full of unexpected twists and turns, keeping everyone guessing what her next move will be. With rumors swirling about a potential split between Jennifer and Ben, it's anyone's guess where her love life will head next. But one thing's for sure, whatever happens, it'll be front-page news.